Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
He was actually still
Hifumi
alive.
was dead,
That's what.
and
So
you know that. Surely
he was
you
actually
heard
still
the body
alive.
discovery, and now Hifumi's dead body
Dead body
had
had
been
been found.
And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm going with it. I have one more heart left. If not, I die and I lose.
There's a chance you... No, Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body
YOLO.
had been found.
Oh, thank fuck.
No, that's wrong.
Wait, but so I have to absorb the right thing and hit the right thing? Because I
Was the body
absorbed the
discovery
thing I
announcement
hit
that was made really
the first time and then
intended
hit
for
the
Hifumi?
thing I absorbed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. Might not. But you... Okay, never mind.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Is there a way to get more hearts in this game? Like, is there like a chest I can open to get more hearts or
Maybe.
something?
But
'Cause
that
I'm
was
running
also
low.
the same time that Taka's body was found.
Yeah.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Yeah.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
You being lazy?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Wait, really?
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Oh.
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Yeah. The second body discovery announcement. The first time I played was when we found each body in the nurse's office and the equipment room. Second time was when the bodies were rediscovered, right? When Toga was found unconscious. Okay, yeah. So.
I got it.
Oh, I gotta have a
We
heart.
heard it a second
Oh,
time in the
do I need to get stuff
repository
right to get hearts?
when we rediscovered
Okay, I
the
need to
two
get a lot
bodies.
right then. Ding dong, ding dong. The bodies, yeah, okay.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
Yeah.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
No.
Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
Wait, but didn't he wake up after Hina cried on him? So he wasn't actually dead then either.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know!
Oh, what?
Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Well, again, I said I was going to disagree with everything she said, so that was the best logic I ever heard, Jill.
But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
But there is.
Okay then.
I don't know what,
Let's take
but
another look at
there's
the
something.
events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Sorry about that. Yeah, what I was going to say was that she keeps saying this whole thing is pointless and like keeps trying to negate us from finding the real truth. Because it's her. There had to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Oh shit. Again, okay. Again, sorry about that. The mouse was in the way and I had to move it.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Yeah. Oh, Hifumi's
And
glasses!
then,
I just
while me
realized
and
that.
Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw
Yeah,
his
so Hifumi's
body,
glasses, the blood was wiped off.
it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Yeah, okay.
No,
I got a
that's
feeling
wrong.
about that one, so I went for it. I shouldn't, because I have like a heart and a half left.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository.
Yeah.
His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
Yeah, but then...
But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
That would make sense because he couldn't see, so he had to wipe his glasses off. To walk. Oh.
And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Was the, right, the fucking glasses cleaning cloth.
I got it!
Yeah, I got 2 hearts
It
now.
was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean.
Yeah.
And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
Hifumi's camera, yeah.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
Yeah.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But then who did?
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's true.
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
Yeah.
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see.
To walk up the stairs.
Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood?
That's
Was
true.
it paint or something?
I actually don't have an answer for that, but,
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for
Oh.
emergencies. He probably used one of those.
wasn't there something about the fridge being empty or something? Or, like, saying it had packs of blood?
He figured if
Oh.
he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained.
Hifumi did it.
It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
When he moved Taka's body, was Hifumi.
I got it!
Yeah, 2.5
It could
hearts.
only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That's pretty risky, because if someone saw him, there'd be a lot of questions.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
Right, because it was only locked from the inside.
The door was locked?
Mm-hmm.
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
Yeah, Hifumi.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Yeah.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I'm pretty sure he killed Taka, actually.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Please do.
There's more?
There's always more with Kyoko.
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's
The
lifeless
paper
body?
he stashed in his pants. Yes. I was waiting for this to be brought up.
I got it!
3 hearts. Yeah, okay,
You're
good.
talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his
Yeah, I was confused too.
pants?
Yes, his pants.
His pants, yes.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at
Oh,
what the
everyone
note
had a
says.
different reaction to the pants. I found a hole, maybe we can escape. Monokuma can't live off. 6 a.m.
Ah, that's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go.
Except yours said 1 a.m., right?
Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
No, but it's very similar.
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Wait, what? Oh. I'm like, Hifumi's pants? Taka.
I got it! That's right! Taka!
Yeah.
The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Over here!
Oh.
Objection! Objection!
What's wrong?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
Yeah.
So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Huffy.
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Yes.
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
God, I love Joe. Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary. But still, I can't let her get to me. Wait, well, I'm confused why she's confused. Oh, shit,
Huffy had the note, right?
yes.
Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
No, but it was in his pants.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6, right? How do I
6
change?
a.m.
Oh, shit, wrong button. Oh, nope, that's a
The
stupid
time
button.
doesn't matter!
That's,
The
I
note
don't know
has
what that
nothing
did.
to do with TikTok!
I'm trying to change my bullet. The time on notes at 6 a.m. What happened at 6 a.m.?
Huffy had the note, right?
Oh, there we go.
Then
Broken
the person it
wristwatch.
was intended for
Because at 6
must have
a.m.
been Huffy!
it is when Taka died.
But remember what the note said.
Yeah,
What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch.
Yeah.
But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
And that's where
Which is where Taka was killed.
interesting,
see.
very interesting.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note.
That can't be a
I
coincidence.
think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Yeah.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me.
I wonder who it was, Celeste.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
He was trying to hide it.
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Because he was hiding it, yep.
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
What was in his pants? Like, do you keep notes in your pants regularly? Oh, the little piece of Taka, yeah, right?
I got
Okay,
it!
good.
When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it!
Yeah.
It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip,
Yeah.
leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Yes, you did, Sakura. Good on you.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
No.
Sorry. No. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
Except for when Hina cried on him and woke him up, but we'll not think of that.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
Even though, again, he still woke up. So then he died, woke up, came back to life, and then died again? When Hina cried on him?
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Celeste.
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
It's Celeste.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Yeah.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Oh, then you two have alibis.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
What?
Who are you calling a walrus?
Oh, wow.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
What?
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
Probably one of the hammers?
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
It must have been the hammer.
But
Right?
Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
Is Hiro actually being smart right now and actually asking a legit question?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it.
I don't either.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
Well, I'm assuming you do have a clue because you know the answer because you killed Hifumi. Again, I'm disagreeing with everything she says.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
I think 1?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't be clear until we figure that out. Somehow I have to find the truth. I don't know. Oh! The spotless hammer, right? Wait. I mean, it was a hammer. And it was in there, right?
To kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon?
Because
How
it was
did
in the
nobody
room.
witness them carrying it?
sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info.
Is that a real thing?
Well, one thing seems pretty clear.
Why do I feel like it's a real
The
website?
murder
That one
weapon
looked
had
at.
to be one of the Justice Hammers. And, that's about it.
I feel like I have to hit the first one. What I think Sakura said about what the weapon was or something. Because I'm just saying it was the hammer.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Oh, or not. Damn it. Okay. Okay. At least I got some hearts built up now, so it can be a bit
What was
risky.
used to kill Hifumi?
I don't know.
Was it Justice Hammer 3?
Maybe Justice.
Well, there's one thing. How was the culprit able to move around? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Damn it. Okay, I have 2 hearts now. Now I'm getting worse. Nervous. Okay. Okay, I can't fuck around
Was
anymore.
it Justice? Maybe Justice.
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to check out murdergear.com.
Well,
It's
the
Justice Hammer
murder
5?
weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers. And, that's about it.
So if the weapon used to kill both of them were actually similar,
What was
Used to kill. Was it Justice? Maybe Justice.
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody witness?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5
Is it
about to
Justice
make
Hammer
its appearance.
5?
Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for.
Well,
I think it was
one
Kira
thing
said.
seems pretty. The murder weapon had to be one of the.
there we go. Okay.
No, that's wrong. The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
Yeah.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
I mean, it's technically still the same weapon, just not the same style, I guess.
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Rubbed off with the blood.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder.
That would make sense.
If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Oh.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
Yeah, they were like from the same hammer.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Celeste?
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
Celeste.
The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
I mean, yeah, but Hifumi wasn't exactly bright.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought first, but Gonna make your argument? Yeah. Spotless hammer. I don't think we're gonna need to use this again, so I might have to absorb something.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive.
Yes.
Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply
it's not
impossible
impossible
that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
So I'm assuming I have to absorb one and shoot the other.
Based on the rules that have even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out the act can assuming the rule holds true. It is simply impossible that two.
That is.
But that only really applies if there's one. In this case, however, there were two murders.
Fuck!
Shoot!
I don't know when I'm... Okay. One heart left.
Based on the rules that
So I guess I have to
more than one,
absorb
only
the other
one who
thing and
actually-
shoot
assuming the
impossible,
rule holds
right?
true. It is.
That is.
But that only really applies. In this case, however, there were two murders.
Yeah.
Based on the rules that have been even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out the act, assuming the rule holds true. It is.
Yeah. I think it's stupid that you have to absorb a certain one and shoot a certain one where it can't just go either way. But whatever. Mainly because
Since
that's the
there were
reason why I
two
fucked up so
murders,
much.
It's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
Yeah.
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
That's true.
However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act.
That's what I've been
murdering
thinking.
Taka.
Yeah. I've said that a few times.
They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
Yeah.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
Yeah, Celeste.
A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Yeah.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
Just ask Celeste. She'll tell you.
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Yeah, but Celeste is pretty cunning. Like, don't get me wrong. Assuming she still did, because I'm still like 99.9% sure she did it. Like, it was thought out and put together pretty well. The effort made to convince those two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kiko must have known that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at it as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. So, Kiko really is amazing. She is. Although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Don't start accusing Kyoko. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
Celeste.
That's problem numero uno right now.
Yeah. The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. If this debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all of that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. Yep. Let's get down to it. Celeste, I am calling you out.
Here's my answer.
Yep.
It was Celeste.
Yeah!
So I'm the suspicious individual now.
Yes,
am
you
I?
are.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
Ain't no jokes.
A joke? I wonder.
Oh.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
It would make sense, because didn't he, like, worship you or something and, like, kept getting you tea? So he was already kind of whipped by you.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him,
Yeah, but you also hated him.
that I would go
Oh!
within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless goddamn idiot!
What happened to your accent?
Pardonnez-moi.
No, don't pardon moi. No,
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
oh, yeah.
Is that so?
Yes.
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you.
Yeah.
Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Byaki has got my back. Oh shit, is it the screaming or... The screaming, yeah. Because they both screamed. Oh shit.
Shoot!
Oh! Okay, encounter the specific individual, right? Okay. Okay, good, I got heart back, even though
the
that
behavior
doesn't
they
help
had in
because
common
I'll still
has
die
to do with the
if I mess up.
suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Rude!
Sorry.
Oh, don't apologize.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
Yeah.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
She saw him? Yeah, I saw Shadow, yep.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
Mm-hmm.
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was screaming, because they both screamed.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? I saw him, yeah, the strange costume man.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Yeah. Hifumi screams. Yeah.
It was to get us to divide into two groups, so that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Yeah.
In fact, Celeste was precisely
I mean,
the
I
one
will
who
say,
proposed that
she
we
was...
split up.
Oh, was she? Yeah. Wow. I will say she is good.
Well,
Putting all
if
this together.
Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early
That's
on.
why I clicked screaming, because you kept saying, oh, that was weird. Yeah, see, that also didn't sound anything like her.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it?
Oh.
It was your way of telling him, we are on the third floor, everything's going according to plan.
Ooh.
Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
Nothing to say?
I just realized another strange thing.
Oh, what?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
to make us believe he was dead.
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
Wow. You are good, I will say.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Yeah.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Was Celeste the one who suggested to go to the bathroom?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait, then that was...
Yeah.
She wasn't worried about you.
Eh.
She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Yep.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
Yes, it does.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
You know what we're talking about.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that one little slip-up was your undoing.
Wait, what are we talking about?
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
What'd she say? They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. Yeah, she was always so like capable of saying like, oh, adaptability, survivability, and all that shit. But here she was like freaking out. Those guys did. Wait, did she know about Taka this time?
I remember her saying that too.
Wait, did she know Taka was dead that time or
I
not?
don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body.
Yeah, I don't
in
think
the
she knew about
equipment
Taka's
room.
body. That's why she said those guys.
Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Unless she knew.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I
come on,
don't
Hero.
really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
So... Byakuya said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to? The fact that she couldn't have known that Taka was dead. And she said those guys. Am I coming file 3? Oh shit, am I gonna have to absorb something? Again, I have one heart left. If I fuck up, I'm dead. And we've come so far.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
I hope I have to hit so strange with those guys and not the other way around, otherwise I'm fucked. And I just
All
lost.
I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those.
Oh, thank God.
No, that's wrong. That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste?
How did you know?
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys?
Oh.
Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Ooh. Hello?
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imagination.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw.
She can bring the picture because I don't know how to prove that
Then
wrong.
what about the picture I
Yeah,
took?
damn it! Okay, really?
how do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
I don't know.
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Maybe?
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the
Oh,
only
right,
one
yeah.
who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer.
Oh.
In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple.
Oh.
Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
I don't know.
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
I wouldn't test Kyoko like that. Other explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility is Hifumi and the suspect are dancing. Hifumi is dragging the suspect away. Oh!
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging
Yeah.
Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Oh! She cracked.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
Yeah.
And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
Yeah.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Yeah.
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
What?
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Not really.
Is it? I don't think it's
Yeah,
ridiculous
me neither.
at all.
Then shut your mouth
What?
and allow me to educate
Excuse
you.
me, watch your language. I mean, I know she didn't swear, but still. Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. Is that really possible? Make your argument. Oh, shit. Oh, jeez. I don't know. I need to
Dressed
hear what
me
they
up
say
in that
first.
suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Wait. Oh shit, how do I change bullets? If I remember right, Hina said, she said that she couldn't bend at the waist, so even if you were unconscious, you'd still be standing straight.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed
How do
out.
I... Nope, damn it. Okay, come on.
Then you just draped me
nope.
across Hifumi and had
Nope,
you
wrong
try
button.
to make
Okay,
me
I
look
know.
like the bad guy.
Like I
Okay,
said,
there we go.
ridiculous.
Oh shit, the costume
As
is
you
a
can
costume.
see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight.
Oh, yes, okay, good.
No, that's wrong.
I'm getting so nervous because I have like a heart and a half left.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that.
Yeah.
Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Yeah, you totally came bend at the waist.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake.
Oh?
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Oh. Oh!
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
AKA Hero. Oh, geez, she's freaking out.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Yeah,
Checkmate?
checkmate, and then you lose. Oh. Oh, are you going crazy again?
Don't make me laugh,
Oh!
you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
What?
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Oh, yeah, right about that. Who attacked you? Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Wait, really?
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro. But are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you
Oh,
alive!
excuse me?
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Oh, he would always call him like Mr. and Mrs. their last name, right? Like Mr. Naegi.
I got it!
And now I have two hearts.
That's
so
right.
That's good.
Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr.
Yeah.
Miyagi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
Wait, is Celeste's last name Yasuhiro?
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Yeah. I don't know what Celeste's last name is because she just goes by Celeste, but
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it
is
could
it
apply
Celeste?
to.
I'm gonna pick Celeste.
And
if
that's
that-
Celeste.
Oh, or not.
She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
Her accent is also like all over the place.
Come on!
jeez.
Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
You're about to.
Well,
Oh, jeez.
do I? What?
I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Girl's going crazy.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up!
Okay.
My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself?
Oh, I do remember
over
saying that. Never
and
mind.
over again?
Celeste won't give up. So then, I have to do something to make her accept it. Make your argument. E-handbook? I'm assuming we have to use that. But that's the only thing we haven't used yet.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
Oh, I have like 6 minutes to do that shit.
If there's one
I just realized how
person
short the
here
timer
who
is.
might have that last name.
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is...
Celestia Ludenberg!
Oh, that's
God
upside down.
Damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me...
That's the only truth there is! Moron!
Don't the e-handbooks have their full name? And real name? You remember? There's something that shows the owner's real name. I'm sure Kyoko mentioned something like that at some point. It may not be relevant in the case, but might come in handy. The handbook.
Hifumi was trying. He wanted us to know the killer. If there's one person,
It would have to be you, Celeste.
how many times? Celestia Ludenberg!
How long do you plan to go on?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to cut.
Boom!
No, that's wrong. That's it. The handbook.
Yeah.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Yeah. Displays their name.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
Let's see it, Celeste.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Oh, he's trying to be nice to her.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because.
Oh, jeez.
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle.
Yeah.
Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes.
Time to do the comic book
And
stuff.
that'll bring everything to an end.
Yeah.